Mauricio, Moussa Dembele wasn't out there this morning. Is he injured?
No, it's not the injury. He's sick. Have a problem in his stomach, but no injury. We have lucky because the action against West Bromwich was very tough action in his foot. It was a big knock in his foot. But no, it's not injury.
Is he out of the game tomorrow?
Sorry?
Can he play in the game?
No, he's out of the squad. Yes.
Chadley and Bentel, we heard obviously from Nasser. Are they both in contention for Monaco?
Yeah, are in contention and on the squad, and it's a very good news for us. And to add a player like them, and are on the squad, and we are happy that they are involved again on the squad.
You say it is good news for you. How big a boost is it to have as strong and fit a squad as possible?
Yes, it's a very good news. Like Nasser says, always it's better when you have all the players fit. Difficult shot for me to pick the player for different game, but we have a lot of game ahead, and always you want the all player fit and for try to them to compete, and then my job is to pick the right player for every game.
Do you have any update fitness-wise on Mason and Pritchard?
Pritchard is still out. Had a surgery, and it's a difficult recovery now. Start to run, but it's a very slow recovery.
Have you got target dates for both players for them to return?
For Pritchard
for Pritchard and Mason?
Mason. It's difficult to say the time to recover him. It's every day, every week to assess them. But maybe Mason is recovery early than Pritchard.
And for Monaco, what's your approach? How do you find the right balance between getting the job done in the Europa League group stages and preparing for Newcastle?
Yes, it's always tough. It's true that was tough, the decision that when we play again Karabakh in Azerbaijan, and now it's tough again. But I think that all players deserve to have the opportunity, and always we share the information with the sports science and the medical department, and always after take our best decision for every game. I think that tomorrow is a good opportunity to win the game and to finish first on the group. I think this is our objective, our challenge.
Do you envisage more changes for this game compared to the other Europa League group games this season?
Maybe one or two more, but not too much. I think that the squad that we have, for me, is strong enough and to compete in different competition. But it's maybe if you compare the game against Karabakh, maybe some change, but not too much.
Manchester United dropped into the Europa League last night. Chelsea and Arsenal could yet follow. What impact do you think that can have, if any, on the top of the Premier League?
The impact, I don't know. You never know. In football, you never know. It's true that Manchester was tough last night, but now it's in the same position. Tough day and tough game that we'll have Chelsea and Arsenal. But you never know. In football, all can happen.
Lots of talk again this week about Saido Berahino at West Brom possibly being unsettled. Would you like to see the club go back in for him in January?
I never speak about rumor. There's a lot of rumor, but this time to start to speak about different things, in not only on Tottenham, in different club. We accept that, but I never say nothing about the names and the players that are in another club.
Generally, do you see the need for much improvement in January? Do you see You need to bring in any players?
Not too much, or maybe no. Maybe we don't need to sign any player, and I think that maybe now is a moment to there are a lot of rumor, but on the fact we are very happy with the squad that we have.
Just finally for me, going back to the other English teams in Europe, have you got a theory on why the English clubs have struggled in the European competition, especially in the Champions League, and they're dropping down to Europa?
Yes, my theory, I think I explained on the past.
Yeah.
I think that last weekend Liverpool play in Newcastle and lost, Chelsea against Bournemouth and lost, Manchester City goes to Stoke and lost, and in Spain it's impossible. That was happened last week here. No, Real Madrid goes to Eibar or play against Getafe or Barcelona. It's impossible. That the competition is very tough here, and it's not excuse for the team that play on Champions League or like this. But the teams use the competition, the national competition, the local competition to rest, to give the player to rest, to recovery for play after on the Champions League or in Europa League. For us, it's impossible to give rest to the player. It's the Premier League is the more tough competition, and it's clear, but it's not excuse. But this is the reality.
But it makes
but because now the manager goes to different league and say no, now it's the Spanish or the Italian or I don't know, the French or the Germany league are very tough, and in England always excuse. It's not excuse. This is the reality, and when you can explain that I explain because you are here and you have experience, and now I can tell you that the Premier League is a more tough competition.
But it does make the Premier League more unpredictable. You mentioned all those results last weekend.
Yes,
it makes it more
it's
unpredictable.
unpredictable and it's very competitive, and for that it's very difficult.
In that case, how tired are your players at the moment?
How tired?
Yeah.
No, they are fresh. Today they were fresh, and no, I think that we are in a very good moment. It's true that our job is to keep them or try to keep they in the whole season fresh. But it's not. It is never easy to keep fresh in all season. But we try. We try, and mental state and physical, we are in a very good moment.
Even though you've already qualified for the last 32 of the Europa League, have you been disappointed with some of your performances so far in this competition? Do you think you should have done better?
No, better no. Well, okay, always you can do better, no? You can improve. This is true, and but you need to accept that after 20 few games, official, 21 games official that we play, sometimes you have a bad night or bad afternoon or bad morning, no? But it's difficult to keep the same level. I think that we are very, very consistent in our result and in our performance this season, and we are happy. But always we can improve. It's true.
And you have this great home form, and especially in Europe, I'm sure that that's something you're hoping to maintain.
Yes. Important game tomorrow. We want to win the game and to maintain the performance that we show at home and this season. And yes, it's important game tomorrow. It's important to finish first.
And you've been talking about transfers and maybe not necessarily the need for Tottenham to add players in January, but is there an expectation that this club should be signing players in January? Will there be a pressure on you to bring players in?
Well, it's not a pressure for me. I think that we share the responsibility on the club with the president, with the head of recruitment. We share because we are a team and we share the responsibilities. And you need to know that we are very happy with our squad. And if we have the possibility to improve our squad, it's sure that if we can, we sign the player to improve our squad. And we work very hard for that. But it's sure too that you need to know that we are very happy with our squad, and if we have all squad fit, I think that we have a very good balance in between the position that we have and the player that we have. But you know, always we are open to improve our squad.
You mentioned about the reason why English clubs are struggling in Europe. Is there anything you see that can be done to help English clubs? Because I mean, we look at teams, like Manchester United, like Arsenal, Chelsea, that we think they're some of the greatest teams in Europe, but they struggled this year, and we have struggled. Is there anything that could be done for English teams to help them?
It's difficult to find the solution, but the good thing for the Premier League is in the way that the teams that are on the bottom, how improve, and the capacity to improve. And because the Premier League have more money, because the team are in a very good financial condition, and from zero you can improve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when you are in the top, it's not. It's difficult to improve. The step to 8, 9, or 9, 10 is more difficult. And it's true that the teams that are on the bottom have the possibility, or the gap is bigger to improve. But it's difficult to find the solution, because if we want the tough competition, the local competition, the Premier League, very, very tough, you need to compete. But it's true that compete in the Europa League or compete in the Champions League is not easy. And the possibility that they have the team like Barcelona, Real Madrid, or the same than Paris Saint-Germain on France, that in the league the gap in between them and the second is maybe 10, 12 points. And you say, the gap is big. They can rest and to prepare the Champions League in the best condition. And difficult to find the solution, because it's not easy.
And what do you think Manchester United can expect now that they dropped down into Europa League? What do you think? What will they come up against? What do you think? They've obviously been in the in the Champions League, but what do you think the challenges they're going to face now that they're in the Europa League?
You don't know. You never know how affect now. It's true that this was very for them. Sure that they feel very disappointed after last night, because they stay on the Champions League and you have the possibility to go to the next round. But you never. Yes, difficult to guess what happened with them in the future. It's true that it's a different competition, and you need to change your chip and say, now we play Thursday and no Wednesday or Tuesday, and it's a factor that maybe can affect your game.
Is there a big difference between the Champions League and the Europa League in terms of the travel and the standard of football on the pitch and the recovery time? Is there a big difference?
I think it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a big difference. When you play Thursday and play Sunday, the same the player, the mentality affected, the mentality, the psychology, and always Thursday night, big trouble, and you need to play Sunday on the afternoon, and always for the player affect the psychology, because football is Saturday 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Used to be.
Yeah, it used to be. Yeah.
Do you think it's a good thing for you then that some of your Premier League rivals if they do drop into the Europa League, because it might make them easier to catch in the Premier League.
I don't know.
For them.
Yes, will be tough for them, but you never know. I think it's always about you, how you develop your game, and if you are capable to win the games. And I never see the opponent or see the another team. We try always to assess us and try to play better and improve, because on the end it's about your result.
So we've seen in recent seasons Tottenham have done very well in the sort of first half of the season up until Christmas, but then in the second half, maybe because of the Europa League, they fall away. What makes you believe that won't happen?
Well, last season was in different way, in the opposite way. We start like this. Remember November, October, November. I was nearly out of the touchline, and we finish very well. I think that we want to be more consistent. The last season, the last 6 months, I think that we are very consistent, and we start now to show that more solid, and we are consistent, and 14 game unbeaten, and this is a very good thing. We will try to keep this consistency and try to show a good balance during whole season. This is our challenge.
We've seen a lot of young players come through already, but are there more to come? I mean, the likes of Josh Onomar and Harry Winks, do you believe they'll have a part to play this season?
Yes, maybe they have the opportunity to play in the next few games or in this season. They are very young, but they show in every day that are capable to play and have quality enough to play for Tottenham. And we have a lot of talent in behind them that we have on the academy, but always the younger need time to develop and to arrive to the balance and to be mature in their head and in their mind to after start for play on the Premier League and on the team like Tottenham. No?
Did you
Two more questions, please.
Did you really think that you might lose your job at that point?
When?
You said
No, it was a joke. I never. No.
Because you've come a long way since then. You
No, only I tried to translate the feeling that was difficult. If you remember, last season, October, November, was a difficult game, difficult position, the team on the table, and it was a shock. I never have scared, I felt. I never felt that the possibility there.
We'll take the last one here, please.
Harry Kane's played a lot of football in the last year. Was tomorrow night a good opportunity to give him a breather, give him a rest?
Maybe yes. He's on the squad, He's on the squad for tomorrow. But it's true that we need to assess in this afternoon. We need to see something to decide the starting 11 for tomorrow.
Right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.